Okay? What I'm teaching you has taken me 30 years of studying human behavior and breaking it down. And what I'm really trying to do is, how do I get more out of you? How do I get you to want more? So there's two problems. One, some people are not expanding. They're just kind of sitting where they are, and their prey drive has not been activated to even want a better life. Okay? So they live with a lot of excuses. They live with a lot of things where they tell themselves, this is as good as it's going to get. That's problem one. Problem two is, your prey drive has been activated. You do want more, but you don't know how to go get it. You just don't know how to go get it. So you just kind of live in this world of like needing direction, right? Like, I know I want a better life, but I don't know how to go get that better life. Okay? And I can tell you the way I've gotten a better life is just by literally getting up every day and pursuing big goals. And when I hit one goal, I set another goal. Like, we're building a greatness factory in Nashville. $7 million, valued at $7.2 million. And it's a place where you can work, learn, grow. It's got a 116-person auditorium, 2 podcast studios, incredible dining hall overlooking Fifth Avenue. It's right downtown Nashville. I have been working on that project. This is the original one. This is the original design for a greatness factory that I had done in 2016. It's taken me 7 years to take this dream and actually build it. Okay? Now, out of the 3 phases, what phases is that? Persistence and intensity. Okay? And just building something from nothing. Just having an idea in your mind and just staying with that idea until you physically manifest the idea. That is prey drive. You with me? And just staying on people until it gets done. See, objects at rest stay at rest unless acted on by outside forces. So people just sit in a stationary position. The brain is actually one of the laziest things you'll ever find. It takes the path of least resistance every day. Your brain gets up and goes to where it's comfortable. It does not know how to win. It does not know how to thrive. What your brain does is keep you out of trouble. So it wakes up and it goes, all right, is there any threats? Okay, I'm okay. Now, what is the path to least resistance today? What's the easiest thing I can do? So this is why when we get into the exercise we're about to get into, is chapter 2 of the book is called The Science of Prey Drive, which gets into the subconscious mind, telling the subconscious mind what it's going to do. See, the brain works for you. You don't work for it. See, when I tell my brain I'm going to do 25,000 a day, now the brain, what that does is activate the prey drive to pursue that 25,000. Does that make sense? And if I don't tell the brain what I want it to do, it just wakes up every day and just makes it through the day. Make sure you don't hurt anybody. Make sure nobody hurts you. It lives in survival. It's thousands of years old. You understand? So to activate the prey drive, you have to tell the brain, this is what we're doing. We're going to move toward this goal. I'm going to build a greatness factory. I'm going to have a success school for kids. I'm going to certify coaches. I'm going to build a $25 million company. Right? Like, what you do is you wake up and you tell the brain this is it. And that actually activates the subconscious mind, which is like a supercomputer, by the way. How many of you have ever told yourself you're going to do something, you didn't know how long it was going to take, but you one day woke up and had done it? Everybody see that? That is what we're getting into here. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to draw, if you're taking notes, I want you to put this on your paper. A to B. This is one of the most simplest exercises I do with people, but the most powerful exercise. I just did this with 6 or 7 couples down at our house in Florida because we did a couples retreat this weekend. And most couples do not have a vision for their marriage. Where are we going? What are we trying to do? What are the talents of each person? How do we do it together? So we do these couples retreats and we help them get a vision. Like, where are we going? What are we trying to do? So in this exercise, you are currently here. And I want you to think of all the things that you don't like about where you are. And let's call that A. Okay, I'm currently at A. And A could literally be anything. Okay, I'm too involved in this. I don't like doing this. My business is not doing this. I like operating from this frustration because it causes an action in you. Okay? And so I sit down, and I've done this exercise probably, 150 plus times. I literally do it over and over and over and over and over. So when you see me mental mapping things in my notepads or on my iPad, what I'm really doing is I'm basically drawing up A to B, okay, and I'm mental mapping it. And I'll say, what's next? See right in the middle it says next? And all of these things represent visions. And typically under it tells you what's got to happen. See, what I'm doing is I'm telling the subconscious mind, this is what I'm doing. I got a greatness factory. I don't have one greatness factory, I have 50 greatness factories. Here's what has to happen. See, and what I'm doing is I'm waking up and I'm telling the brain, we're moving toward this. We're moving toward this. We're moving toward this. I'm placing that intention in the world, and I'm going to manifest this. Now, when I was a basketball coach at Riverdale, we just found out she was one of our cheerleaders when I was there. So I was real difficult to deal with. So me and the cheerleading sponsor didn't always get, but I really like Barbara Colley, and she liked me, so we got along well. But I was sitting in an interview at 22 years old with the principal, and he slid across the table a whole list of resumes. He said, these are all people who've interviewed for this job. You're 22 years old. Tell me why I should give this job to you. And this is what I call a pre-drive moment. It's a moment where you either, as Tin Cup says, you, right? What is it? Make the moment, or the moment makes you. And I said, because I'm the only one out of this list who will bring you a championship. 30 years, this place has not won a championship. I'm the only one who has the drive to bring it. I said, all those people won championships. They done lost all their drive. They ain't going to come here and build this. I'm 22 years old. And I said, by 30, we will have a championship at this school. And these are moments of truth, right? Where either you define the moment or the moment defines you. And he looked at me and he said, I'm naming you the head coach tomorrow afternoon. Let's go do this. And it took me about 9 years. And I worked 80 hours a week. And everything was toward the B. What was the B? Winning a championship. That's it. 1B. Very clear. Now, here's the point. The B has to be clear. It really needs to be tangible, although it doesn't have to be. Okay? And it's some ideal picture in the future. So Jessica's a real estate agent. She's got a team of people. Her B may be, I've got 50 people on my team. I've got a downline of this. I'm making this much passive income. I work this many days per week. See, that's her B. It can be whatever she wants. Your B is a tangible or qualitative outcome. Everybody see this? So I paid $14,000 for 3 hours of coaching 3 weeks ago on how to make this book a bestseller. $14,000, $3,500 an hour to learn a formula on how to take this book and make it a bestseller. So what's my B? Okay, so then it becomes, all right, what's it take to be a bestseller? 10,000 copies in a given week could hit number one on Wall Street Journal. If you get into 3,500 copies, you're probably in the top 10. If you get into 5,000 copies, you're definitely in the top 10. If you get to 10,000, you're probably number one. Okay, and there ain't but one number one that week. You with me? So I pay the money, I go sit down, I learn the formula. And he tells me this is what it is. So the B is very clear. Wall Street Journal bestseller, okay, 10,000 copies sold. Now the question becomes, what has to happen right here? And it could be one strategy, two strategies, three strategies, four strategies. Could be I sell bulk, but I can't get there in bulk because they won't let you get it all bulk. And I got individual copies. So how do I sell the individual copies? So then it comes down to strategy to get from A to B. Okay, I got a timeline. By January 31, I need to wake up every day and move toward that B. I need to move toward that B every day. I need to move toward that B.